Well, as we go to air, thousands of Lebanese citizens are fleeing their homes after a massive escalation in violence from neighbouring Israel in its war on Hezbollah. World leaders are calling for calm amid fears of an all-out war.
Unrelenting Israeli attacks striking deadly terror into communities across southern Lebanon. The intensive bombing killing almost 500 people, injuring more than 1,600, many of them women and children.
Strikes, warplanes, destruction. No one is left there. Everyone has fled. We took our belongings and left.
We are not able to reach the site of the strike. There's a lot of chaos here. They are worried that there's going to be another strike.
The Israeli military is calling it Operation Northern Arrows, so far launching more than 1,600 airstrikes designed to destroy stockpiles of Hezbollah weapons.
Those rockets and missiles are aimed directly at our cities, directly at our citizens. To defend our people against Hezbollah strikes, we must take out those weapons.
This Lebanese journalist was live on air when a blast hit. Hezbollah retaliating with its own rocket fire over the border, most intercepted by Israel's Iron Dome. Tensions between the two groups have been heating up since Israel's war on Hamas in Gaza. Designated terrorist group Hezbollah is closely aligned with Hamas. Both are backed by Iran. Caught in the crossfire, Lebanese civilians. The IDF sending out text messages warning those near Hezbollah weapons stores to leave.
Please, get out of harm's way now. Once our operation is finished, you can come back safely to your homes.
We will be back, God willing, we will be back. Tell Netanyahu that we will return.
The many reaction that we've had from people is, first of all, where are they supposed to go?
Thousands of panicked citizens are fleeing to Beirut, with lanes on both sides of the highway clogged.
There were strikes there, so we got into the car and came here, and we don't know what's left behind. I swear we don't know what's happening.
The world's leaders now calling for urgent de-escalation before the entire region is dragged into all-out war.
Journalist Oliver Marsden is in Beirut and is here to tell us more. Oliver, how are things in Beirut right now?
Well, right now, things are what I'd sort of call a cautious calm. After what was in quite an incredible 24 hours, there was a really extensive bombing campaign by the Israeli military that started yesterday morning across South Lebanon, causing quite a lot of panic. We had thousands and thousands of people fleeing north from the south, from the southern cities of Tyre and Sidon up to Beirut. There were traffic jams on that main highway all day, right up until past midnight last night. I was seeing footage of that. The attacks continued, and then at around about 2 or 3 a.m. local time, it calmed down and then started again. There were some Hezbollah-fired rockets, quite long range towards Haifa, towards a military airport in Haifa. Obviously, the Israelis responded. So it ratcheted up. And as of right now, I'm getting messages that the air raid alerts are going off in Israel. So I think Hezbollah is probably still firing rockets there.
Oliver, as you mentioned, many are fleeing to Beirut, but will they be safe there?
Well, that's a very good question. It's hard to know what will happen in the coming days. I mean, in terms of Beirut, there have been, these targeted assassination strikes in Dahye, which is this southern suburb in Beirut. It's a very densely populated residential area. It's predominantly a Shia community. There are many followers or members of Hezbollah that live there. And the Israeli military, on Friday, they targeted it and they killed senior Hezbollah commander. But, there were civilian deaths in that strike, including children. And then just last night, they did another one of these targeted strikes in Dahye, this southern suburb, again, going after a Hezbollah commander. So it's hard to say whether people will be safe in Beirut because, as of now, Beirut is still being targeted.
What do you think, in general, the Lebanese people make of what's going on?
There is, there's panic, there's fear. Up last night, I saw lots and lots of people arriving in Beirut, heading to hotels, from the south. I've got friends asking me if I can cat sit because they want to leave Lebanon. I've got friends moving out of the city up into the mountains. So the feeling on the ground is tense, and they are angry. It's coming at the end of 7 days of kind of relentless daily attacks. And I think there is a lot of fear, but on the other hand, I spoke to some residents of Beirut who said, they're staying, they're hunkering down, they're not going anywhere. I was out and I saw bars opened, restaurants are actually still opening this week. People are out trying to enjoy themselves. So there's this kind of just weird mixture over the last 7 days of tension and paranoia, and then a kind of feeling of like, right, we just have to like muddle on.
Do you think the majority of people in Lebanon are on Hezbollah's side here?
I think there are kind of two sides to this coin. You have one group of people who have always supported Hezbollah, and then what also on that side of the coin, what is happening is that more the Israelis strike Lebanon, the more they booby trap devices like pagers or walkie-talkies and embed that into the civilian community. So when stuff like that happens, instead of hindering support for Hezbollah, it definitely helps it grow. Obviously, on the other side of the coin, you have a segment of the community that feels that they didn't ask for this war, they don't want to be part of it, that Lebanon is already on its knees economically, and they don't want to be forced to be dragged into this like wider war with Lebanon.
Right, Oliver, it's such a febrile situation. We appreciate your time. Stay safe, hey?
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.